Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. First, I want to talk to you all about not my lipstick because, well, that's on my diary. I like to, you know. So, being a trans woman, I'd like to discuss a few things. First of all, um, one being Frontier Internet Service. Now, Frontier Internet Service is pretty crappy. And that's what I'm doing this first video about, is purely about Frontier. Now, when Frontier took over, it took him about 18 to 24 months, 1.5 to 2 years to calibrate things after Frontier bought from Verizon. We had Verizon, and then one day we were told we were getting Frontier. Well, Verizon supposedly sold, and this is only what I've been told, supposedly sold their equipment to what do you call it? Frontier. If Frontier had bare bones systems, all the parts that went to Frontier servers went with Frontier, leaving them to rebuild their entire infrastructure of internet, fiber optics lines, DSL, cable, etc. So finally, when they got that all put together, the internet was running fine. But me having paid X amount of money, I basically said, okay, let's move on. Well, I had Verizon for like 5 years with no trouble or so, or yeah, something like that. Anyways, when Frontier took over, like I said, the internet was always down. You couldn't basically do anything. So, how is this getting to the point where I'm having trouble right now? Well, bear with me. So, Frontier basically gets things moving, and then I've had 1 day, 2 day, 7 day internet outages, and they're like, "Ooh, well, it's the weather. We can't do anything about it." And they discriminate by calling me sir and telling me, well, if you are a female, you're a stupid female, and you don't know how to calibrate things. Well, excuse me, my best friend, who is a man, knows nothing about internet or connections or etc. So that says right there, I do it. So every time I turn around and Frontier is sitting here giving me trouble, it's usually, we'll send a tech out, but it'll cost you. Or if I tell them no, they're like, we'll send a router out to you, but you're going to be paying that monthly payment for that router on your bill. Oh, we don't allow you to use your own router. That's the newest one recently. So, anyways, so here's the deal. So, Frontier, when I moved over here, the guy basically increased the speed, and I'm paying for it. The tech guy said, I want faster service. He contacted them, said this is what they're getting. So, I'm paying for full service for half, and I'm getting half the speed. That's just the billing thing, and I have not called billing and complained. I just write a money order out every month. But I'm getting the point where I'm not getting my money's worth on my internet anymore. I mean, Frontier has been good, but they've been crappy too. Usually when they're good, I don't have to complain or anything. But lately, a week ago, I'm sitting there, and my best friend Aaron's on this laptop of mine watching the first season of X-Files on the Blu-ray player. And we're minding our own business, and we're like, oh yeah, and all of a sudden, for 4 hours, finally I get a hold of a tech, and he's like, oh, well, it's the weather. Oh, and there's an outage here, and every time you're connecting to this server, it's dumping you off to a slower server. Don't worry, we'll fix it in a week or two. So is there an outage or not? Oh, well, there is an outage as well, so don't worry about it. Soon as my problem was taken care of, restarted, did this and this, around 11:30 at night, the internet was working just fine. So, today, or I should say, last night, we did a YouTube video, me and Aaron, my best friend, on a joint channel. It took over 3 hours to upload. And every time I turn around, I look and the wireless device on our computers would have a thing. No internet access. I'd set this, do that, do this, do this, do that. Get it working. 7 minutes later, so today, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I gotta upload a video. I might as well check to see if this is going to happen again. Sure enough, whoop! So, the uploads, in my opinion, are causing the crashes. And, until Frontier admits what's going on, we're going to have nothing but pure trouble. So, I figured I would make these videos in between doing my laundry and let you all know that if you can choose a different company, maybe you should. Out here, we're allowed to have fiber optic or Frontier in this city. The problem is Frontier has the monopoly in like 39 states, so they keep buying internet companies. Yet I hear there's monopoly laws, yet they're not being enforced. And then I hear recently that in terms of service, it's like, we can cut you off, we can raise your rates, we can do this. We're Frontier. Yeah, and me and Aaron looked at it, and Aaron says, what a bunch of BS. We're not getting what we pay for. Yet we're getting this notice. We can cap you even. Sorry, but this state doesn't give caps unless they passed an internet bill we didn't know about. And like, yes, we can give you 5 gigs a month, same as your phone, So it's like, yeah. I also wanted to say for a second, I'm getting pissed off at this phone because I am trying to find out. Because I'm getting pissed off at the fact that I keep turning off the Wi-Fi because the damn phone is giving me trouble. So what I'd like to do is turn the mobile data on and keep the other stuff done, because that's how I am. If I'm going to be using my phone, then I'm going to have no problems. But this phone right now keeps connecting to my Wi-Fi when I turned it off completely. So I don't know what the hell's wrong with that. But my point is, with Frontier, every time they turn around, it's either text got to come out, they got to send me a new router, then I got to spend hours on the phone being on hold and be like, yes, how can I help you, sir? No, it's ma'am. How can I help you, sir? Then I basically say, let me speak to a supervisor now. Supervisor finds out and is like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, And half the time you get people that don't speak English or, hello, thank you for calling Frontier Tech. For example. So, in my humble opinion, I'm not against any races. I'm not racist. I am just not even a bigot. But Frontier needs to realize that if they're going to be doing problems when we're trying to upload, we're paying for it, they better just tell us, we can make sure you can't upload anything that we don't want you uploading. It's crashing our systems, or it's not what we want you to do. I'm sorry, but in my humble opinion, you get the idea. So, Frontier's got the monopoly, but there is a place that does fiber. The problem is the building ain't wired for fiber, so we're stuck with Frontier. So, my review is, if you can choose Frontier or choose another company, use some common sense. Read Frontier reviews from different places. Those reviews are pretty crappy. It's like, yeah, I paid for this, I'm not getting that, blah, blah, blah. Most of us are having the same damn trouble. So, I just figured I'd leave my rant out there because I'm tired of having internet trouble 1 week here, 2 weeks there, and then they're saying, oh, well, it's a server issue. Oh, it's your router issue. Oh, well, it's the weather issue. Can you guys make up your mind what it is? Or are you just pulling everything out of your arse and being like, oh, yeah, it's the weather today. We'll just blame the weather for our server problems. Then we can't be blamed for it. Anyways, do your research. If you want Frontier, be my guest. If you don't want Frontier, do some research, find something else. Me, I can only say I'm stuck with Frontier, so with me, I'm hoping Frontier gets their act together because I'm getting tired of paying for garbage and not getting what I deserve. With that said, everyone, Please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion. Thank you, and may God bless you all.